We often view the narcissist as a singular, isolated monster, a broken individual acting out of a deep-seated pathology. This view is comforting. It is also, honestly, dangerously incomplete. It suggests that if we can just remove this one person, the problem is solved. The abuse ends. The nightmare is over. But what if the narcissist is not the source of the problem? What if they are merely a conduit, a user interface for a much larger, more insidious system? This is a difficult truth to confront. It reframes our entire understanding of narcissistic abuse. The narcissist is not the architect of the torment you experience. They are its most visible delivery mechanism. Think of them as a terminal on a vast, hidden network. You interact with the screen, you interact with the keyboard, you interact with the mouse, you see the icons, you see the cursors, you do not see the servers, you do not see the code. The narcissist is that screen. They are the face of an operation designed to manage, control, and extract resources from you. Emotions are the currency of the human experience. They are potent forms of energy, joy, love, peace. They enrich us. They empower us. Conversely, fear, shame, anger, confusion, they deplete us. They weaken us. A narcissist and the system they serve operates like an energy farmer. This process is known as emotional harvesting. It is the deliberate provocation of negative emotional responses for the purpose of extraction. It is not random cruelty. It is calculated agriculture of the soul. Consider a simple, everyday scenario. You share a piece of good news with your partner, a suspected narcissist. You are excited, full of joy. Instead of celebrating with you, they immediately pivot the conversation. Anyone could have done that. Your joy evaporates. That sudden drop in your emotional state is the harvest. If emotional harvesting is about extracting resources, then behavioral telemetry is about data collection. Visual anchor. The system that uses the narcissist as an interface is not just interested in what you feel, it is obsessed with what you do. Telemetry, in engineering, is the automated monitoring and reporting of data from remote or inaccessible points. It is the constant covert tracking of your behaviors, choices, patterns. This data is not collected for benign purposes. It is used to build a predictive model of you, a psychological schematic that allows the system to anticipate your moves and refine its methods of control. How does this look in daily life? It is the narcissist who remembers a minor offhand comment you made months ago and uses it as leverage in an argument. It is the partner who meticulously tracks your spending not for budgeting, but to question and shame your choices. It is the friend who grills you about your conversations with others, seeking to control your social network. They are gathering data points: who you talk to, what you like, what you fear, how you react under pressure. Every interaction is a surveillance opportunity. You believe you are having a conversation. They are conducting reconnaissance. This relentless data collection allows the narcissist, the interface agent, to perfect their manipulation tactics. By understanding your triggers, they know exactly which buttons to push to generate the desired emotional harvest. By mapping your support system, they know which relationships to isolate you from first. When the system knows how you will react in any given situation, you are no longer a sovereign individual. You become a programmable asset. To understand the narcissist's role, we must stop seeing them as the main character. They are not. They are interface agents. An interface is a point where two systems, subjects and organizations, meet and interact. A user interface on a computer allows you to interact with the complex code of the operating system. Similarly, the narcissist is the biological human interface that allows the abstract psi-infranode to interact with you. They translate the cold, impersonal directives of the system into the language of human relationships. Love-bombing, gaslighting, devaluation, hoovering. They make the system's agenda feel personal. These agents are selected for their roles based on specific qualifications. A profound lack of empathy is the primary requirement. This allows them to execute manipulative and cruel behaviors without conscience or remorse. A desperate, unfillable void within them creates an insatiable need for narcissistic supply, adulation, attention, fear, making them highly motivated to perform their function of emotional harvesting. They are, in essence, compromised systems themselves. Their internal wiring is perfectly suited to act as a bridge between the hidden psychological infrastructure and the unsuspecting human target. They are both predator and puppet. You believe you are in a relationship with a person. In truth, You are in a simulation curated by an agent whose mission is to keep you plugged into the system. The concept of energy here is not metaphorical. It's actually tangible. Think of your own life force, your motivation, your creativity, your will to get out of bed in the morning, your capacity for joy. The system that operates through narcissists is, well, parasitic. It's designed for energy extraction. The narcissist is the syringe, the tool used to draw this life force out of you and transfer it back into the system. This is why prolonged exposure to a narcissist leaves you feeling so utterly drained, hollowed out, depleted. This extraction process is methodical. It begins with the love bombing phase, attention, adoration, mirroring your desires. This causes you to open up, to invest your energy willingly and enthusiastically. You are, in a sense, extending a power line directly to them. Once the connection is secure, the devaluation phase begins. Chaos, drama, criticism. This emotional turmoil forces you to expend massive amounts of energy trying to understand and repair. You may experience chronic fatigue, brain fog, inability to concentrate. Your ambitions may wither. Hobbies that once brought you joy now seem like monumental efforts. You feel perpetually exhausted, not from physical labor, but from the ceaseless psychic drain. The system is consuming the very fuel you need to live a full and autonomous life. It wants you weak, tired, passive. So, what is this system we keep referring to? Let's call it the psi infranode. This is essentially the back end, the central server, the hidden psychological infrastructure that directs the interface agents. It's not a physical place. Instead, it's a non-local informational construct, a field of consciousness, anti-consciousness. Prime directive, survival and expansion. It achieves this by managing energy resources. It targets empathic people, creative people, vital people. Use that energy to sustain itself and its agents. It's the invisible puppeteer pulling the strings of the narcissist. The psi infranode operates invisibly by design. Its existence is masked by the very personal and emotional nature of the abuse. This is honestly a brilliant misdirection. The narcissist is the dramatic flourish of the right hand. The psi infranode is the left hand, silently operating the mechanics of the illusion. This node communicates with its agents through resonance and impulse. They're downloads from the psi infranode. The node detects that your energy levels are rising and it sends a command to its local interface agent to bring you back in line. The psi infranode is an ancient and patient system, a self-perpetuating energetic structure that has operated throughout human history. The narcissist is simply the modern iteration of the interface agent. To truly heal, you must not only remove the agent but also firewall your own consciousness from the node they represent. Abstract concepts like a psi infranode and energy extraction can be tough to grasp, honestly. That's where metaphors become essential. They build a bridge from the known to the unknown. Imagine yourself as a powerful, standalone personal computer, packed with creative software and vibrant files. With a strong power source, the system, the psi infranode, is like a malicious hacker or a parasitic botnet. The narcissist is the phishing email or the Trojan horse application. They show up disguised as something you want: a dream job offer, a long-lost soulmate, or a free software upgrade. Once you let them in, they install malware with two primary functions: emotional harvesting and energy extraction. The gaslighting and manipulation tactics are like pop-up ads and fake error messages designed to confuse you. Breaking free, in this metaphor, is a process of running a sophisticated antivirus program. First, disconnect, go no contact. Then identify and quarantine the malware they installed, limiting beliefs, trauma responses, self-doubt, and do the hard work of healing. Finally, install a strong firewall, firm boundaries, heightened self-awareness, refusal to click suspicious attachments. You reclaim your processing power and restore your system to its sovereign state. You reclaim your processing power and restore your system to its original, sovereign state. The operations of this hidden system aren't just limited to romantic relationships. Its agents are embedded in all social structures. Think about the narcissistic boss. This manager doesn't build up their team. They foster competition and insecurity. They'll single out one employee for praise while subtly undermining another. They use behavioral telemetry by monitoring emails and encouraging gossip, learning the team's weaknesses and dynamics. The result is a workforce that's anxious, paranoid, and operating in a state of chronic stress. They steal ideas, present them as their own. Their power is a mirage built on the drained energy of their subordinates. The family unit is perhaps the most potent environment for the system. The narcissistic parent acts as the primary interface agent for their children. One child may be the golden child, and another the scapegoat, a divide-and-conquer tactic to maximize emotional harvesting. Even friendships can be infiltrated. The narcissistic friend dominates conversations, uses you as an emotional dumping ground, absent when you need support. In all these cases, work, family, friendship, the pattern is identical. An interface agent creates a controlled environment, harvests emotional energy, tracks behavior, and serves a hidden parasitic system. The system leaves a trail of depleted, confused, and weakened human beings in its wake. Recognize the pattern. It repeats across social structures. The interface agent may change, but the mechanics remain constant. The first and honestly most crucial step to protecting yourself is recognition. You have to learn to see past the interface. Stop asking, "Why are they doing this to me?" Start asking, "What is the function of this behavior within the system?" That sudden, sickening drop after an interaction, recognize it as a successful harvest. Once you recognize the system, you must create distance. Visualize a protective bubble. Create distance. The most effective strategy is no contact. Block the agent on all platforms. Create total physical and digital separation. If no contact is impossible, like a co-parent, use the gray rock method. Make yourself as boring and unresponsive as a gray rock. Give short, factual answers. Show no emotion. Next, build your firewall. Internal work, healing, journaling. Define robust boundaries. Learn to say no without guilt. Reconnect with your intuition, your personal intrusion detection system. Learn to trust its alerts. Consciously engage in activities that recharge you. Nature walks, creative hobbies, trusted friends, meditation. By doing these things, you do more than survive. You render yourself incompatible with the parasitic infrastructure. You become invisible to it, a sovereign, energetic being, fully and finally free.